Hey guys, in anticipation of my next release announcement, hopefully coming in the next month or so, I wanted to break down the project that I have out right now. It's a remix of Halsey's Roman Holiday, and I love it a lot, and I just wanted to show you guys how I made it. So we'll take a look at the project file. And here we go. So, without further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't heard the song yet, I would highly recommend listening so that this video makes sense. It's really good. You won't be disappointed. We start off with these two pads reversed into themselves with some reverse reverb. Does a nice job of filling out the high end, adding all that Foley, that ear candy. And I've done the same thing here with the piano's reverse reverb. And then here's some chords that I just wrote because they sounded good with the song. Also, I literally just took the instrumental, or the original, and placed it in the beginning. And then washed it out with as much reverb as I could find. And now it just kind of does pad stuff. Acts like a pad now. But that takes us to where the vocal comes in. Gotta reverse that, of course, as well.
You remember the taste of my lips that night. I stole a bit of my mother's perfume. 'Cause I remember when my father put his fist through the wall that separated the dining room.
Sub bass here is just a sine wave from Operator from Ableton's hip hop sub bass. Can't go wrong. Our drums, when they come in, are literally just like drums that I took from another one of my songs that isn't out, but not much to talk about there. Very basic, a little bit of delay, high cut it so it kind of stays in the background, just does its job of keeping time. These plucks that I made, they're all just like saw plucks. Nice and punchy, nice and pluck-like. I have the cutoff automated here on this filter to open up as the breakdown comes closer. And then this other pluck comes in. Very basic dry saws. To help also carry us into that breakdown, we have just this sub drop, and it reverses into another sub. And for this one, it's just sine wave pluck that I made to complement that cutoff opening up and the song changing. Also coming in at that point are the strings. Reverse those because why not? Top layer, 2 different presets. It's all Native Instruments Session Strings 2. Highly recommend. Sounds awesome. And that will bring us to this build up here. Pretty much it's carried by just this kick drum and the risers upon risers that I have. One of which being, the one that you'll hear in a lot of my stuff. It's this one I made that's just like, it's an LFO taking every or almost every effect and serum from 100% in the mix to 0, making it like super messy and then dry as it progresses, and then an opposite LFO over the same 8 bars, taking care of the pitch on each oscillator and a low cut on this EQ. But that's the Chasewater riser, and as it gets closer you hear these other ones. Nice little pre-drop fill there. And that will bring us to the drop. So in the drop you'll hear, I guess, first of all these, I'll play the whole thing for you. these leads and these chords take care of all the melodic work. Couple serum patches. That's not serum, that's a piano, but I'll get to that in a second. Serum patches. One playing a counter melody here. And then we have another piano. Super distorted to give it that bite. And then we have the chord stacks. It's this bass saw that I use in like every drop. And then these sine chords, pretty warm, pretty satisfying to listen to. Another sawtooth up top. More chords panned left and right for the stereo experience. And that will give you the melodic area of our drop. For our drums, we have basic melodic bass, kick, snare, hi-hat combo. Hi-hats here, snare, kick. Used return channel to reverb the snare because that's been my obsession, or at least just using return channels for reverb in general. What else we got? This auto pan on the drop that you hear, that tremolo, is being automated by the synced rate on this auto pan. And I do that because in the song, Halsey says the timing's never right. And I thought it was really cool that I could play with the timing on the rate of this tremolo at the same time. So that just kind of repeats throughout the drop. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Second break, second verse, pretty much similar, you know, aside from the lyric changes and aside from maybe minor mix changes that aren't even really worth mentioning. But second main difference here, we have this fake out on the second drop. So that, you know, you hear that snare, a little bit of reverb automation. I have the drop filtered out as the drop approaches. It plays a little earlier, and you can hear it. It kind of teases it, just super filtered out before the drop. And then that filter opens up a little bit more, like right when this drop is supposed to hit. Opens up and then closes all together, and then opens up with that you know what I'm saying? But you know, aside from that, the drop's pretty similar to the first one. I also changed heavily the that synced rate again on that auto pan. And yeah, aside from that, that'll carry us to our outro here, which I ended this one the same way I end a lot of my melodic stuff. I took the piano chords and then wrote some pretty little outro melody over them, along with the environmental. But that's my remix of Roman Holiday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like it, and I'm really excited to show you what's coming next. Say bye, Aaron. Mwah.